This shit is not easy, but it's worth it. PocaSPEAKS. This shit is not easy, but it's worth it. It's all about community. Spirituality is important. PocaSPEAKS.
Hey y'all, come on in.
This shit is not easy, but it's worth it.
I'm about to get started in a second. We got some interesting topics today, so
but it's worth it.
I'm definitely about to get into it.
It's all about community. Spirituality is important.
Hello.
PocaSPEAKS.
Happy Tuesday.
This shit is not easy, but it's worth it. PocaSPEAKS. This shit is not easy.
Alright, let's get into it.
But it's worth
it. Happy Tuesday to everybody. Hopefully you guys are having a great Tuesday so far. Yesterday we did our Message Mondays and we got into messages for the period. Got into messages for this upcoming week, so definitely go check that out if you missed that. We had a really good reading yesterday, and I feel like a lot of people can take something from it, okay? But we have a couple of topics to get through today. And some of them you guys may have been hearing about already on your timelines or whatever the case is over the last couple of weeks or the last couple of days, rather. I try to stay within topics that are at least within the last 7 to 10 days, just for relevancy. But I will start to get more into topics that don't really have too much to do with what's going on in the world, but more so topics on actual things. Of course, on Think Tank Thursdays, that's when we kind of do our more controversial topics. But Tuesdays, I'm also going to be expanding it to do more healing topics, more shadow work topics, more spiritual topics. We do also have Wednesday for spiritual topics as well. But I'm going to introduce some other things on Tuesdays as well, not just kind of what's going on in the world, but, you know, overall what's kind of going on, period. Okay. But anyway, for this week, like I said, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 topics to get through. Okay. In regards to shit that I just saw and thought would be interesting to cover, and also things that I've already been talking about for a while, that I've been trying to tell y'all about for a while. And you know, now of course it's coming to fruition, like it always does. You know, we get called conspiracy theorists in the beginning, and then things happen, and then everybody just shuts the fuck up. It's weird, but that's how it is. So, you know, whatever. Let me speak on behalf of all quote-unquote conspiracy theorists, all quote-unquote woke people, spiritual people. We don't need your apology. We know that we were right when we said it to you the first time. Okay, there's confirmation outside. We knew that we was right when we said this shit to you the first time. So we are okay on your apology. We know that you're not going to give it, but either way, we don't want it because it doesn't mean anything at this point. But anyway, let's get into it. So first topic, Aaron Rodgers. Okay, if you do not know who Aaron Rodgers is, he is a NFL football player. This past weekend, I believe it was one of the games between sometime last week, he tore his Achilles. Now, you may be like, okay, sis, like, who gives a fuck? Like, people get hurt in football all the time. Well, that wasn't really the kicker. The kicker was, no pun intended, that someone on Twitter, the tweet is gone now. The whole page is gone at this point because I went to go try to find it. But a person on Twitter, maybe, way before this happened, tweeted, okay, that he was going to get hurt in that specific game. He got hurt in that specific game. Okay. Now, a lot of y'all may be like, well, that's just a coincidence. No, it's not. Okay. This just goes to show how scripted sports period are. Okay. Now, over the last couple of years, I'm gonna say the last maybe 1 to 2 years, sports betting itself has skyrocketed. Okay. Not saying that people weren't, submitting bets and betting on games. We've always been betting on things, period, especially Black people. Okay. We love to get some coins. Okay. So we was already betting on games anyway. You didn't have to introduce us to it for us to start doing it. We've been doing it. However, if we're talking about betting on a professional forum, betting through the sports people's organizations, that's getting more popular and has been getting more popular over the last couple of years. Now, it just is so coincidental that as sports betting, starts to get more popular, more things are happening at these games. More, wild things that are just happening and coming into play. Games are taking turns. People bet a certain type of way on a game because they know that it's going to go that type of way, and then it goes in a completely different direction. Very much so scripted. There's plenty of videos on TikTok, YouTube that I've been watching. As far as YouTube, I've been watching since I was in high school, that was talking about how they fake these games, how these games have been scripted, how they've used magnets, when it comes to the balls. No homo. How to use magnets when it comes to the balls that they're using, whether it's in football. How either there was one clip of, I forget what game it was, but this dude went to catch the ball. He made a touchdown, and his glove was stuck to the ball. I don't know if y'all seen that. If you know who it is in the comments, definitely feel free to say so. But his hand was stuck to the damn ball. Y'all can go look that up if you think I'm lying. And he literally had to take his glove off in order to disconnect from the damn ball because his glove was stuck. I don't know if it was magnetically stuck or if it was some type of glue or adhesive or what. I don't motherfucking know. All I know is that the motherfucker could not get the ball off of his goddamn hand, and he had to take his glove off. This was in football. He had to take his damn football glove off in order to disconnect from the damn ball after this touchdown. There's also been, videos where in basketball, the NBA, they have these magnets on the basketballs, and they'll shoot the ball from the other side of the motherfucking court, and it goes right in because the magnets are pulling it in. So sports period have been scripted. I mean, it only makes sense for it to be scripted. It doesn't make sense for it not to be scripted when it's such a huge controlled environment. Like if you really think about it, it is a controlled environment. These players know if it's going to be their year or not. These players know if they're going to advance this year, or if they're going to get hurt, or whatever the case is. Like, they have a lot of them also have contracts, and these contracts are not just about money. These contracts are also about winnings. Okay, are you going to be a Super Bowl winner this year? I don't know. Are you going to, be top in your specific category this year? Maybe, maybe not. Okay, so definitely go check that out. That is a rabbit hole to get into. But I suggest all rabbit holes because the more you know, the more you grow. Okay, and the more you avoid. And the less you're played with, okay, because they be playing with y'all and they be playing with y'all money. So if you do be betting on these games, betting period is just something that I can't do because I don't like to lose money. I don't like to lose period, but definitely not money. That's crazy. Y'all cut different. But if you do bet on these games, then know what you're getting. Know what you could potentially get out. Cause yeah, okay, crazy. Okay, so that's that on that. So let's go to our next topic. I gotta put up this video for this next topic while I'm talking. So I don't think I'm on my phone just doing anything. I'm pulling up this video. But anyway, so there is a of course, you know, the LGBTQ community is doing whatever they're doing, and you know, they've been doing whatever they're doing, and I don't personally care. But when it comes to these children, I'm always going to speak out and say something about it. But pretty much the video I'm about to show you is and this is the second video I've seen like this, where there are these trans activists who have children, and they basically are coaching their children to either speak in a certain light in regards to, you know, transitioning or just the LGBTQ community, period. And they basically start to force this shit on their children. You know, they become activists of it and they want to force it on their fucking children. And there's been a lot of clips going around of a lot of parents, these type of parents, coaching their children on what to say during interviews, or just coaching their children, period. And you know, kids can't hold water. Okay, a child will walk up to you and be like, you know, my daddy broke. Like they don't know what's what. They don't know what all is right to say and what all is wrong to say. You know, children live in truth, so they say whatever the fuck is true to them. That's it. But basically what happened is this particular lady is being interviewed on, I guess, her views on the LGBTQ movement and the trans movement or whatever the case is. And her child is asked a question, and she's literally, while the child is speaking, her mouth is also moving with the same exact words that child is saying. Now, she's not a fucking ventriloquist. I think that's what you call it. She's not a motherfucking ventriloquist, okay? She coached this baby on what the fuck to say, and they studied this shit like the SATs, and you know, she's basically reciting it as the child is reciting it, word for word, bar for bar, like Soldier Boy say. So I'm gonna show y'all this video because, you know, a lot of times people just be thinking I be pulling shit out my ass and I just be saying stuff. No. Okay, it is what it is. All right, so let's get into it. I'm gonna have to put the mic close to
most unfair way to compete because it's not about winning.
I want y'all to pay attention to the lady's mouth.
With your friends for it, though. I feel like that's the most unfair way to compete because it's not about winning.
We caught another one. Y'all remember the other video where we had the mama who was on the live stream thinking it's cute to put her kids up there, and the kid snitched on her and said, "Mama, you make us be a part of the LGBT." Here's another one. She got a little boy dressing like a girl. And then they do an interview. For whatever reason, I don't know why the news media wants to perpetuate mental illness and child abuse and grooming. However, they did it anyway. But I want you to watch this interview segment very closely. And I want you to watch the mouth of the mom during the interview. She's literally rehearsing the things that is coming out of her daughter's mouth. Why? Because she probably coached her to say what she said on the television. Don't listen to me, roll a clip.
Gender, it's not about racking up victories. I don't want to win any trophies for it, though. I feel like that's
look at her mouth.
Most unfair way to compete because it's not about winning. What's it about? Having fun with your friends for it, though. I feel
all right. So that's fucking weird. That's fucking weird, okay? Ain't no motherfucking way in hell she would have known what was about to come out that baby's mouth unless she wrote it for that baby. I mean, let's just call a spade a spade. This is my take, and this has always been my take on the LGBTQ and the trans movement. I don't give a fuck what you do as an adult. If you want to cut your appendages off and reroute them to different places, baby, I don't give a damn because that has nothing to do with me. I don't care if you want to screw the same sex, the different sex, whatever sex you want. I don't give a fuck, okay? If you want to identify as a penguin or Oscar the Grouch. I could care fucking less. But when y'all start fucking with innocent children who should not be concerned about these types of things, you are and will always be fucking weird to me. I don't give a fuck. People like this should be locked the fuck up, and CPS, not even CPS, because we can't even trust them, but get a baby to somebody else. Okay, get a baby to somebody who is going to allow that child to be a fucking child. The fact that we are in a society where we are pushing children to focus on sex is fucking weird to me. It's very fucking weird to me. The fact that children are in elementary school and this grown ass adults in their ear trying to get them to, claim same sex, gendered, or this or that, it's fucking weird to me. These are babies. Do you know what I was doing when I was their age? I was playing outside. That's what I was doing. My mother wasn't asking me, who do I like and what do I like and what do I want to like? She didn't give a fuck about that because she was an actual parent who wanted me to be a child. And she understood that when I became an adult, I can take care of that for my fucking self. But as you are a child, okay, especially under 16 years of age. Now, once you get 16 years of age, I feel like then you can start to proclaim and figure out what you want to do. That's just my personal opinion, because we're not about to act like child hormones or teenage hormones don't be hormoning, okay? So by the time you get about 16, then, that's when we need to start having, probably before that in this society, probably about 13, 14, we need to start having some conversations, okay? Just to make sure that you are safe, that you are in your right mind, and things of that nature. The same way our parents started giving us the talk when we got about 13, okay, 14, because them hormones start hormoning. Okay, for my men, your balls start dropping, you start having wet dreams, semen is activated. Okay, for females, you start getting your menstrual. Okay, you start liking little boys or liking what you like. Okay, little flutter, pitter patter in your stomach. Okay, it's normal to happen, around that age because your hormones are doing something a little bit different. So I get that, but that baby can't be nothing more than 7 or 8 years old, and the fact that you have them in a space where it is solely focused on sex, that to me is extremely fucking weird. And that to me is also extremely dangerous for that child. We are already in a society where all of these motherfucking children are acting like fucking adults, and the parents are allowing this to happen. Y'all children is cussing. Y'all children is running around here disrespecting adults and talking to adults crazy. And then when an adult try to check your child, now you want to fight the adult. But the problem is you're disrespectful ass child because you've been letting them run around and do whatever the fuck they want. We got kids unaliving their parents because they can't get their way, or they mad, or they feel whatever way that they motherfucking feel. We got people coming up missing. We got men unaliving women and children. We are already in a chaotic environment, and we do not need to add another level of pressure on these motherfucking babies by trying to get them to figure out who and what they want to be when they haven't even graduated or moved from motherfucking elementary school. Y'all are fucking weird. That's weird as hell, okay? Me as a grown ass adult, I'm grown as fuck, okay? And I still, as an adult in my early 20s, didn't know if I wanted to only pursue men or if I wanted to keep it funky and splish and splash. Okay? And I was grown as fuck in my 20s. Still trying to figure it out. So if me as a grown, developed woman in my 20s, okay, still have to figure out what I want to do, who I like, what I want to go for. Imagine the pressure of that on a child who doesn't even understand the concept of love, who doesn't even understand the concept of sex, who doesn't even understand the concept of relationship, who doesn't even understand the concept of life. Okay, instead of y'all teaching y'all children Spanish so they can be bilingual, because we're already in a bilingual state of being, okay, giving them helpful tools, okay, instead of you teaching them finances, okay, and how to not get into debt, Those are the kind of things you should be worried about teaching your motherfucking child, not who they should be fucking on and sucking on at the age of 8. That's fucking weird. That's fucking weird. Okay? Another thing, most of these motherfucking parents are confusing these babies because y'all trying to convince these motherfucking kids that they're transsexual when they just want to play with dolls. Okay, I had brothers. I have 3 younger brothers. And when I was growing up, I was the only girl and I'm the oldest girl. So I had girl toys. I had all of that stuff. And guess what my brothers used to do? Come play with my fucking toys. I had a mini kitchen. I had an easy bake oven. I had doll houses. I had the Barbie Jeeps. I had all of those things as a kid. And guess who wanted to play with that shit? My motherfucking brothers. My motherfucking brothers would motherfucking come in there and take my Barbie dolls, play with them, take my little babies, play with them, go up in my little Barbie kitchen and make fake food. Okay, go and take the little Ken dolls and the Barbie dolls and play in my doll house. And guess what? Guess where they are right now? Loving on women. One of them is married to a woman. The other 2, they too young to get married. I bust their ass if they tried to get married. They're too fucking young, okay? But they love women. And they play with my toys. So some of these kids just want to play. But they don't know how to differentiate. I just want to play with the girl toys. It doesn't necessarily mean I want to be a girl. But you, with your parent and your adult audacity, your adult mentality, are now going to confuse this child and make them think, oh, just because you like the color pink, you obviously are supposed to be a girl. That's crazy as hell. Oh, just because, you want to put some colorful extensions in your hair, then you obviously want to be a girl. So let me help you transition while you're fucking 8. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? They should lock y'all asses up. That is child endangerment. I don't care how you try to flip it. That is child endangerment. You are fucking that kid over. We should not be talking anything sexual to a child under the age of 13 or 14. I don't give a fuck. Now, can we help what they're exposed to in their environment? Absolutely not. And unfortunately, some of us have to have these conversations early because we got other parents who believe in the shit that we are discussing at this point, and they're sending their children to school, and those children are talking to our kids and fucking our kids up. So then our kids come home with questions. Or our kids are sneaking around, trying to figure shit out because these little kids is exposing them to shit because their parents exposed them to shit. So unfortunately, some of us have to have these conversations early. But it is very important to teach your child, just because you like things that, quote unquote, the opposite sex may like or do or whatever, doesn't mean that you are supposed to be of that opposite sex. Ain't no way we around here trying to say that the whole LGBTQ movement is about living in your truth, while the whole movement looks like y'all are trying to force lies and perpetuate lies. If we gonna live in our truth, then the truth is your chromosomes. The message is giving hypocrisy. You can't say live in your truth and then change who you truly are. That's not truth. That's fake. So we're going to go around telling people living in our truth and be you the way you were made to be. Then let's do that. Let's be us the way we was made to be. I was born with a coochie, so I'm going to be a woman. That's my truth. What the fuck? Okay? We trying to teach these kids self-love. So self-love is trying to convince this little boy that he's a little girl. That's self-love to you? What about that is him loving himself? His self is a boy. His self got a penis. His self got testosterone. His self got sperm. So how are you going to get this little boy to love himself without including himself in the process? His real self, his true self. That's who he is. That's how he came into this world. You are no truer to yourself than the way that you came into this world. Okay, we ain't coming into this world with no clothes on, no shoes, no jewelry, no houses, no cars, no money, no success, no none of that. We came into this world with us and our chromosomes and our genetics. That's the truest version of you. So we're going to go out here perpetuating truth and trying to force truth on people. Let's actually live in truth. Let's actually live in facts. Let's actually live in science if we're going to go around here screaming truth to the top of our motherfucking lungs. Okay? Now, if we're going to play make-believe, then call it what it is. But leave these motherfucking kids alone. If you want to be an adult playing dress up, by all means, do what the fuck you want. I don't get. Okay? But trying to convince me that these babies need to be exposed to this type of shit is not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And I pray all you weirdos get locked the fuck up. I pray that the government come knocking on your door and they read you your rights. They put you in those cuffs and they escort your ass the fuck off the premises and let that baby go somewhere where they can be nourished and fed as a child. Now, if that child becomes an adult that wants to transition, then so be it. It's their grown ass decision. But we adults are responsible for children because we are more mature. We have more life experience. We also have a way more developed brain. That's why we're responsible for the kids, because their brain has not fully developed yet. They don't know all of the rights from all of the wrongs. They don't know how things go all the way. That's our job, is to give them the things that they need in order to be, to get to the place that they need to get to make their own decisions. Okay? So that's my take on that. Everybody may not agree with that. I don't give a fuck. I'm not saying it for you to agree with. I'm saying it because that's what I said. And that's just that on that. We live in a very sensitive ass society. We live in a very monkey see, monkey do society, but that's not me. Okay, I'm not up here trying to be politically correct because I don't care about politics. So if you don't agree, you don't agree. I don't give a fuck. You go get you a platform and you go speak on it. But as for me and mine, we not about to be out here teaching children about sex. That's fucking weird and it's creepy. Okay, and for a lot of us in the Black community that have been through sexual trauma at a young age, if you one of these people pushing this shit and you didn't already experience sexual trauma, I'm gonna need you to go see a motherfucking psychologist, because you obviously still have some trauma up in there. I'm gonna need you to go talk to somebody professionally and get you some help so that you can stop inflicting pain because you were inflicted pain upon. And that's just that on that. Mic drop. Okay, so moving on to my next topic. I just had to say that because that shit is weird, and you gonna know that Poca is not with that bullshit. Okay. All right, so let's get into AI and clones. There are two stories in particular that have happened in regards to these motherfucking clones and AI. So we already know that. I've been telling y'all for a while about clones. I've been telling y'all for a while about people being cloned. They just came out with they cloned Tyrone. Let me find. I don't know why my screen keep doing that. Trying to find it. Okay, here we go. So this particular man, this Black man, basically, I guess, was minding his business and seen his clone on TV at the football game. Okay, so I believe it was the Chargers game or the Giants game, one of them. They basically were showcasing these two cloned robots. Okay, they said that they was robots, but obviously they're clones because they have the face of a living individual. That's a clone. Okay, robots don't just get faces of people. That's just fucking crazy. Okay. And basically he came and did a live and started dropping videos trying to tell people, hey, that's my motherfucking clone. Okay. And you can tell that it's him because it looks just like him, and I'm gonna show y'all in a second. But we've been telling y'all about these motherfucking clones. We've been telling y'all about these robotic people that they're making, and how we're moving and shifting kind of into that territory when it comes to using AI, when it comes to using robots, when it comes to mass producing clones and putting them out there. Now, this is the thing, right? they understand that since COVID, a lot of people are not working the way that they used to work. More people have businesses, more people are working for themselves. So a lot of these major companies, were taking a loss because people were no longer willing to come to work and work for pennies on a dollar. And when they can go and work for themselves and make twice that amount, 3 times that amount, 5 times that amount, quadruple that amount. It just didn't make sense. So a lot of people have not been going to work. A lot of people have been, like I said, building their own businesses or doing things of that nature. So, these companies have been trying to figure out ways to get more employment, and I really feel like they already knew that this was coming, because they've been working and showing us. We had iRobot with Will Smith. We had a lot of different movies that kind of was revealing to us what they was kind of thinking about when it came to these clones and when it came to robots and things of that nature. It's another movie about, what is the movie with Robin Williams when he is a robot and he's like a housekeeper or something? Damn, I used to love that movie. I cannot think of what it is. I used to watch it all the time with my mother. If you know what movie I'm talking about, definitely drop it in the comments. But that movie, it's a lot of movies, right, that they've been putting out for years, okay? Movies that date back to the 90s. Talking about robots, working for us or, taking over or just things of that nature. So this has not been nothing is new. I keep telling y'all, anytime that they give things to the public, that means that they have been working on this thing. Yes, that's what it is. This is the movie. Yes, go watch that movie. I love that movie. OMG, I haven't seen it in so long. I may have to watch that today. Or in my spiritual group, we may have to watch that for movie night. If Camille is on here, we may gotta add that to the list for movie night. Because it's such a good movie. But anyway, like I was saying, they always give us things, when society gets something, we late. Okay, they try to convince us that we have been moving up in technology and moving forward and shit like that. Baby, they had trains in the 1800s. Okay, they had planes in the 1800s. They had all types of shit back then. We have actually been dumbed down, right? And it's just because of when you keep stuff from when you keep stuff from people for a long time and then you slowly start giving them shit, of course that people is going to think that they are developing as a people because they haven't had those things, and or been conscious of those things, and now they're receiving those things, so they feel like they're going somewhere, right? They're moving. But it's not movement if another group of people have had this for a long time. Okay, so they've been tricking us and making us think that we've been having forward movement when it comes to technology, and we absolutely have not. We are so far behind. It is fucking ridiculous. Even if you go back and look at the technology they had in the 50s and the shit they was introducing in the early 30s and the 20s, okay, baby, we are so far behind. It's fucking ridiculous. Okay, but anyway, I'm gonna show y'all this video. I'm just gonna show you a little bit of it. You can go on TikTok and watch it. Just type in clone at football game and it should pop up. But this is what it looks like. Let me turn it up. All right.
Other people watching this and they want to know what's going on. I'm telling y'all, bro. I don't care if I gotta go live every day to expose these folks. They done got caught. I give a fuck, man. I'ma die anyway. I don't care about them folks catching me slipping, lacking. I'm up out of here. Get what? 1,000 people. I did it for y'all. If I'ma sacrifice anything, bro, I'm sacrificing it right now. Let you know right now. Hey, bro. On your way up out of here, just remember this is what they doing, bro. This is what's going on. I'm not scared. I'm not scared to die. Once you get a really understanding of what life is.
Oh, so that's the clone. So these are the clones. That's his clone.
1,000 people at a time.
And they debuted these motherfuckers at a game. Now, what is so significant about debuting these motherfucking clones at a game? Number one, the football season is another one huge season, especially here in the US, right? Our version of football. Now, you know, the US is really one of the only countries that doesn't play actual football, right? The rest of the world plays actual football, which is what we call soccer. Okay. But, you know, we don't participate in that. We have football. Okay. And our football season is, again, one of the biggest seasons here. Between football and basketball season, those are two of the biggest seasons that happen here in the US. So, of course, every football season, people are leaving work early, church early, wherever they got to be so that they can make sure they are in front of that motherfucking game. Okay. They want to make sure they either at a restaurant or they got the Sports Center on their phone or ESPN or whatever so that they can be tuned into these motherfucking games. So everybody is tuned into this shit, right? So this is a debut. This is a world debut. That's how you have to look at it. Okay. Fuck the football. The football don't got shit to do with this. This is a world debut to see how cool y'all gonna act with seeing robotic people on motherfucking television or at a fucking football game. This is how they test the waters, right? Now, a lot of people probably watched that game and saw the little robotic people and was like, oh, that's cool. That's neat. Which is a bad thing to do because now, you know, they gonna do whatever the fuck they want to do because they didn't got the approval. Ain't nobody coming against it. Ain't nobody saying nothing about it. So they know that they can move forward and do whatever they need to do and not be responsible for any repercussions or actions. Okay? I keep telling y'all they have to tell us what they're going to do. And it is up to us as a people to revolt against it or to say we don't agree with that or we don't agree with this in order for those things to not come into fruition. But if the majority is cool with the shit, then they can do whatever the fuck they want to do. And the people who not cool with it just got to deal with it too. And that's just how it goes. So this man is watching his motherfucking self on the TV in clone version. Do you know how freaky that is? Now, what does that sound like? What movie just came out where somebody was watching TV and seeing themselves in a different location? Exactly. And y'all think it's a coincidence that movie dropped a month or two ago and then this happens? Y'all not paying attention, okay? And of course, this goes back to the, y'all conspiracy theories, y'all conspiracy theorists, y'all conspiracy theorists. Okay, babe, we can be conspiracy theorists all you want. We can be conspiracy theorists all you motherfucking want, but it does not change the fact that movie was talking about clones. Specifically, the same clone being used multiple times, the same clone being in multiple locations and have no knowledge of each other because clones do not know that they are clones. Okay, y'all, that's another rabbit hole that I definitely implore you to go down. Clones don't know that they fucking clones. That's why most of these celebrities that are cloned just act like themselves. And they get conversation about this shit. They be like, what the fuck? Clones don't exist. They don't even know they're a motherfucking clone. Clones don't know that they clones. That's not how that works, right? They get memories imprinted into their brains. So they don't know. Okay? So I just found that to be very weird. So definitely go, research that. Of course, I don't try to give y'all too much on these topics because of the fact that I want you to go and actually do some research. I don't never want to be one of those spiritualists or content creators that give you all of the pieces to the puzzle. Because if I do that, it's just going to make y'all lazy as fuck. Okay. And I don't believe in y'all being lazy. I believe in y'all being educated. So, I try to give y'all just enough for you to go research, and then you go down a rabbit hole for yourself so that you can learn for yourself, you can articulate it for yourself, and you can understand it for yourself. So in the event that somebody questions you about it, you don't have to be like, hold on, let me go back to Poca video real fast. No, you can just spew it because you have your own knowledge of that specific topic. Okay, so that's that on that. Okay, next thing. The AI. Okay, so there is apparently AI is becoming very, very popular. Now, this is my opinion, right? I am not against technology. Okay, I'm a Gemini. I love technology. Okay, I love innovative things. I love new things, period, because that means I get to learn it. Right? Again, I'm a Gemini. So I like things that offer me a chance to learn and become knowledgeable and to grow and to use to my advantage, right? So I love me some technology. Okay. I don't see that there's anything wrong with us expanding technology, with us creating new technology, with us, having smart things, smart homes, smart lights, smart cars. I don't see nothing wrong with that. Okay. Because I feel like we as a people are supposed to grow in technology the same way we grow in knowledge, the same way we grow in many other ways. I feel like that's just a part of it, right? And us being in the age of Aquarius, we cannot get away from technology. Okay, technology is going to be at the forefront of our lives for the next couple of 100 years until we move into uh Aries. Okay, no, till we move into Capricorn. I'm sorry, because the years go backwards. So we left Pisces, we're in Aquarius now, and then we go to Capricorn. So we're going to be in technology for a while. We're going to die in a technological age. Okay, if you're alive right now, you're gonna be unalived. Okay, hopefully from natural causes, but technology is still gonna be at the forefront when you 100 years old, 90 years old, if you live that long. Hopefully you do. Okay, so I have no problems with technology. I have a problem with the hands that the technology is in. Okay, I have a problem with the agendas that the people who are ruling technology. I have a problem with their agendas. I have a problem with the things that they're using technology for. It's not to help the collective. It's not so that life can be easier or smoother or more beneficial to the people. It's to control, manipulate, and eventually take full control over the people and the minds of the people. And I'm not with that shit. Okay. So the members of the Economic Forum, which is a group of people who basically create different things, and they're supposed to basically care about the collective, right? But they work for the higher ups, and they are part of the motherfuckers who have an agenda against us. But they have been using AI recently. And pretty much the AI, one thing about AI learns from itself, and it learns from every time it is used. Okay. It also learns from the internet. It pulls information from everywhere, right? The person who's using it, the internet, the research around it, whatever. Okay. Very intelligent, right? And AI basically did research on the people that it was working for, which is the members of the Economic Forum. And AI put out a hit on these motherfuckers. You know how evil you gotta be for technology to want to unalive your ass? Do you know how evil you have to be for technology to put a hit on you? AI don't even got no arms. Okay? AI can't even get up and walk. But it basically told these members of the Economic Forum, bitch, I got your number. Okay? And you need to be dealt with. So for people to be so motherfucking evil that even a computer picks up on it, baby, we are living in a twilight zone. When I read this shit, y'all, I had to go and look at many different sources to make sure that this was not cap. And it is 100% true. Go look the shit up. Look up AI. You can put in AI goes against members of the Economic Forum, or wordplay it that way. It should come up. If you type that in on TikTok, it's going to pull up automatically. But I think that is the funniest shit, because you can't even fool the fucking computer, bitch. The computer did research on you. The damn AI then pulled information from all corners of the internet. And they came up with the fact that y'all on some bullshit and y'all need to fucking go. The computer did this shit. The computer. The damn AI. The shit that's supposed to be working for them turned on their motherfucking ass and said, y'all need to go. Y'all need to be locked up. We need to do away with you motherfuckers. Y'all are evil. The damn computer. Okay? So I'm gonna go and try to I'm gonna see if I can find it So that, because I think the video that I found they took down, of course. So I'm gonna see if it's a different video. Because I want to read what the AI wrote. Okay, here it is. Let me see. Damn, I'm trying to find the actual. Damn, I can't find it. They don't have it. But yeah, so it was a Microsoft AI and it threatened to unalive members of the World Economic Forum. Okay. And you know, it's because again, the AI did research on these motherfuckers. Okay. And found out that they was wild. So the AI literally threatened them. Y'all. This made my day. Okay, there's very few things that happen on the World Wide Web that make my day, because I'm just one of those people, you just can't shock me with certain things because I just be expecting it. This world is crazy, so I just be expecting for this world to be fucking crazy. But that's insane. Okay, and I wish that the AI could do things manually, like it had hands, because they would take care of a lot of the people that we need taken care of. I mean, that's just that on that. So, you know, hopefully that lightened the mood a little bit, because that just really gave me pure joy in my soul. And I absolutely loved every piece of that. Okay. Definitely go research that. It'll give you a good laugh and a good chuckle. But it just goes to show that even AI ain't evil. Okay. Even AI knows what's, you know, what human rights are. Okay. Even the AI knows what's wrong and what shouldn't be going down. Okay. Period. So that's that. All right. Next thing. Let's talk quickly about these McCormick seasonings. Okay. If you use McCormick seasonings, stop. Okay, McCormick has basically been receiving lots of they've been in court defending themselves, okay, because their seasonings have been found to have heavy metals and arsenic. Arsenic is very, very dangerous. And of course, we have been talking about heavy metals being in our food for a very long time. So if you are using McCormick seasonings, I want you to go research all of the trials that these motherfuckers have been in. I want you to go research all the lawsuits that these motherfuckers have been in over the last couple of months to the last couple of years, because their seasonings contain heavy metals and arsenic. Now, this is what doesn't make sense to me. How the fuck is metal getting in the season? That's just not making no motherfucking sense to me. I don't want to hear, oh, because they're using metal equipment when they're making it. Bitch, that don't make no motherfucking sense. We use metal spoons and metal equipment every motherfucking day at home when we making shit, and we ain't getting fucking poisoned. What the fuck? So how is this shit just getting, I mean, heavy amounts of heavy metals, large amounts of heavy metals in the seasonings. Okay, that's crazy. These motherfuckers are trying to unalive us. Okay, I've been telling y'all to do heavy metal detoxes as much as you can. Get you some damn, it just slipped my mind. But the clay, what is it? Is it bentonite clay? Bentonite clay? How the fuck you say it? Get that, put it in your bath, okay, and do one of those baths maybe once or twice a week if you have been using, you know, a lot of materials that contain heavy metals, or if you just want to detox on a daily basis. Put some vinegar in that motherfucker, some apple cider vinegar, and that bentonite clay, however the fuck you say it. There's other clays that also extract metals from the body, so research that. Chlorophyll also extracts metals from your system, so if you haven't been using chlorophyll, definitely find you some. If you cannot find any trusted brands of chlorophyll, just eat you some leafy greens. Okay, leafy greens are heavy in chlorophyll. That's what give them their green color. Okay, so spinach, greens, lettuce, stuff like that. Okay, eat large kale, eat large amounts of that. Well, I just heard recently that kale isn't all that good for you. But I'm not going to talk about that today. That's a rabbit hole that I'm still going down. So once I get more information on that, I'll bring it back to y'all. But that's pissing me off right now. But heavy leafy greens or chlorophyll, okay? But start getting and detoxing those metals out of your body. Also, I tell y'all, watch your deodorants, your lotions, okay? Any of these major companies, don't trust them. If they're major companies, don't fucking trust them. There's lots of organic deodorants out there. If you can't find any, you can make your own. There's a lot of recipes for organic deodorant that work so fucking well, okay? So just do your research. Yeah, just do your research. If you there on TikTok, there's a lot of recipes to make your own seasoning. So if you like your onion powder, your garlic powder, your paprika, they are literally showing you guys how to dry out these vegetables and mince them down to a powder, and then you can store them. Okay, so we are now in the age of information and technology. I need y'all to use that to your advantage. Okay, information and technology, use it to your advantage. Go out here and research natural remedies, natural ways, natural things, so that you can start using those things, and it'll pull you that much more out of the matrix. Of course, to a certain extent, we're all going to still be in the matrix no matter what. As long as you're in this 3D realm, you are in the matrix. That's just what it is. But, we can start to, pull ourselves a little bit out of some of the things that they've been trying to use against us. Okay. Do something. Don't just accept defeat. Oh, I'm just going to do what I want to do because fuck it, we're all in the matrix. That's fucking stupid. Okay. Use your brain. All right. Next thing. There is a CIA patent that has been going viral. I've been telling y'all, I did a live before. I think I did this one maybe on Facebook. So I don't think I shared it to both. So that's why I'm going over it again. But I've been telling you guys to go on the CIA website and start to search through those documents. When you go on the CIA website, there is a queue that you can go to, and it says something like Stargate files, or you can just Google CIA Stargate, and it should take you right to it. There should be a link that takes you right to it. But there are hundreds of thousands of files, bro, that talk about any and everything. Now, the CIA, since Trump was in office, he basically got it to where the CIA has to unclassify documents every year. There are certain documents that they have to unclassify. They cannot continue to keep secrets from us and not tell us what the fuck is going on with certain things, okay? And that's because of Trump. Now, that's just that on that. Y'all don't gotta like the motherfucker, but he was looking out in a lot of different ways, okay? Same way, we ain't like a lot of these motherfucking presidents. But the things that they did good, we gave them credit for. Don't try to ignore that motherfucker got in there and did a whole bunch of shit. That's just that on that. You ain't gotta be his biggest fan. You don't gotta support the motherfucker. But you can call a spade, okay? So because of him, the CIA has to unclassify or declassify documents every year, okay, or every so many months. Now, one of the documents that people have came across that we've been talking about, and this is why I wanted to bring it up, is how they use TV to control the mind. These motherfuckers patented the shit. So, like I've been telling y'all, patents mean man-made, right? Anything that is patent means that it is not natural. It was created by someone, okay? Now, there is a patent that basically talks about how the government, the CIA, and the government has been using TV for mind control. Now, I was trying to look for the exact patent, so that y'all can look it up by name. I couldn't find it. So maybe you can definitely go and do your research on that. You may be able to find it. If you do, definitely inbox it to me, if or post it or whatever. But make sure I get it, because I want to read the actual patent. But that just goes to show that, everything is purposeful. A lot of people try to say, oh, y'all conspiracy theorists, y'all just be making up shit. Why would they need to mind control us through the TV? Bitch, why wouldn't they? The whole motherfucking world watch TV. That's the best place for mind control. Between the TV and the radio. That's the best place to control motherfuckers' minds. You can tell them what to buy. You can tell them what to eat. You can tell them what to think. You can tell them where to go. You can tell them how to live. You can tell them how to feel. That's the best fucking place. It just makes fucking sense. I don't get it. Some people just slow. And one thing about Geminis, we can't be around people who don't want to use their brain. That will piss us off. So that's annoying. But definitely go look into that. There's thousands of other patents, thousands of other documents that you can look through. I mean, when I was doing it a couple of months ago, I found documents of how they were using mediums. Okay, the government was using mediums. Okay, the government was using people who know how to astral project and astral travel. Okay, to go into other places and other countries and basically sneak around that motherfucker and get information, because you can leave your body. We do it every single night, like I've been telling y'all. Been telling y'all this shit, but apparently the CIA had to tell you for you to believe it. Surprise, surprise. But we've been telling y'all that they, have been astral projecting. That astral projecting is real. Okay, so real that these motherfuckers hired people who knew how to astral project to go into places, okay, go to countries, go into things, and gain information and knowledge and bring it back to their motherfucking ass. Okay, sound like a fucking movie, but the shit is real. Okay, so go do your research. I mean, when I say there's thousands of documents, I mean it was just page after page after page after page after page after page. Okay, so get into it. You may run across some information of something that you may be looking into, or something that you've been having questions about, or whatever, or been curious about. You never fucking know, but it's a lot of fucking information on there. And I definitely implore you guys to go start to do your research. All right, 2 more topics, y'all, and then we're done. Hopefully y'all enjoying this. I asked the live yesterday if y'all like these podcast segments being at least an hour long, or if an hour is too long. Everybody said an hour was perfect. So that's cool. Eventually I will start having guests on here. And that'll probably make the podcast a little bit longer than an hour. But for right now, it's just me, and I'm not about to be on here talking for 2 and 3 hours like I used to do. Y'all know I used to do that shit heavy. I'm not doing that no more. Unless I need to. That's just not happening. So I'm glad that y'all satisfied with the hour and 20, and that's about it until I start getting guests and things of that nature. And then of course it may run a little bit over that. But anyway, all right, next thing. So there's a HBO documentary that is coming out about this white woman, this Caucasian woman, who basically went to Africa and acted and pretended like she was a motherfucking doctor. Okay, and she went over there and basically created this, I don't want to say sanctuary, but that's kind of how I'm thinking of it. It's kind of like when they claim that they rescuing elephants and animals, and they take them to a sanctuary, and they claim that that's them taking care of it. Kind of same thing, but with actual children. And these children were sick, okay? Because, a lot of them had, malaria, or HIV/AIDS, or, any other of the sicknesses and stuff that they be having, in that particular part of the world, okay? And she basically claimed that she was a doctor and act like she was helping these kids, and over hundreds of children pretty much died because this Caucasian bitch went over there talking about she a doctor. Okay, now that's not the kicker. The kicker is, not only is this bitch not locked up, you heard me right, not only is this bitch not locked up, but she's also getting a 3-part miniseries from HBO. HBO was paying this bitch, the hoe that went over there and fucked with the little black kids and didn't know what the fuck she was doing, proclaiming that she was a motherfucking doctor, or that she knew anything about the medical field, and she did not. She just had money, and she went over there and fucked over some shit. They gave this bitch money in a 3-part HBO series that is supposed to drop within the next couple of weeks to the next couple of months. If you have never seen Caucasity, okay, if you have never seen white supremacy, bitch, this is it. This is white supremacy in its purest form. That a Caucasian bitch can go halfway across the world, fuck over some kids, that hundreds of kids die in her care, and this bitch get a 3-part miniseries, and she get paid for it. And they say there's no such thing as racism. Racism doesn't exist. There's no such thing as white supremacy. It doesn't exist. There's no such thing as it being unfair. We're all equal. Yeah, bitch. Yeah, right. We not all equal shit. We're not all equal shit. Okay? Ain't no way I could have took my black ass to Europe and act like I was a motherfucking doctor. Okay? And had a whole bunch of Caucasian kids pass under my care, and these bitches give me a 3-part miniseries, and I don't go to fuck to jail. It will never happen. And the history of niggerdom, that will never motherfucking happen. That's just that on that. Okay? That bitch should be under the jailhouse, like Lil Wayne say. Under. Okay? It should be a trap door, and she's not even under that. It's another door, and she's not even under that. You gotta go down another flight of steps. Okay? That bitch should be a layer above hell for doing some wild ass shit like that. That's fucking insane. And ain't no motherfucking way had her motherfucking ass, thank you for this comment, ain't no motherfucking way had her ass been black, had her ass been chocolate, had her ass been the slightest of any darker pigment, that she would have even been out to tell a story about anything, because the news would be telling the story on her behalf, because she'd be locked the fuck up. Okay? That shit makes no motherfucking sense to me. And when I heard that shit, wow. Okay? Wow. Just wow is all I can motherfucking say. Because crazy. Yes. Okay, so I do remember this. Thanks for bringing this up. Man was acting like he was a damn doctor. Okay, they locked his motherfucking ass up. Okay? They locked his ass up expeditiously when he was out here running a whole private practice and saying he was a doctor and had no motherfucking credentials. Okay, that man went to jail. I ain't heard about that black man since that shit happened. I don't even know what he doing in jail, because who fucking knows? But that shit's crazy to me. Okay, last thing. This is one of the topics that everybody was asking me to cover, so this is why I'm doing it last. This 1 cent, $1 burger, $5 burger from all these different places giving out these free motherfucking burgers. Okay, what's going on with the free burgers is the question that I've been getting inboxed the most. What is happening with these motherfuckers giving out free burgers? Okay, so this is the thing, right? Number one, they've been poisoning the meat. That's just that on that. And I'm not going to say allegedly, because I wish a motherfucker would try to sue me or take me to jail for some shit that's true. I wish the fuck they would. So that's not going to happen. But they've been poisoning the motherfucking meat. They've been poisoning motherfucking food. I've been telling y'all to stop eating fast food. Stop going to McDonald's. Stop going to Burger King. Stop going to Wendy's. Stop going to Taco Bell. Any, major named, fast food place, stop fucking going, because the meat is not meat. Y'all are not eating burgers. Y'all are not eating beef. Okay, you're not, and you haven't been for a while. Okay, that's just that on that. Now, that's not the thing, right? Because again, they've been serving you beef that's fucked up. They've been serving you meat that ain't meat. So the 1 cent thing don't have nothing to do really with those specific contents of the burger, right? Because they've been selling us fake shit. However, I do feel like there could be something extra in these particular burgers. And that's probably why they're trying to sell it. Now, I did hear one report of the meat basically being tainted, or there's something wrong. Like they lost hundreds and hundreds and thousands of pounds of meat because the meat was fucked up pretty much. So now they're trying to hurry up and get all of that out. So that's why they charging y'all 1 cent. So they're trying to hurry up and push that shit out. Another theory I heard is that they injecting the meat with a little bit of extra, especially because we're about to go into the cold season. Now, y'all know recently they've been trying to spike these COVID numbers. Okay? Ain't nobody heard about COVID in the last year and a half. COVID ain't been nowhere in sight. Now, this is what I don't understand. How the fuck people keep getting COVID, but don't nobody got no fucking cold? Don't nobody got no flu? What happened to the fucking cold and the flu? Ever since COVID happened, everything is fucking COVID. If you sick, it's COVID. If you got a snotty nose and you congested, it's COVID. Nobody just got a fucking cold. So cold's just gone. Cold's just disappeared. That don't make no fucking sense to me. Okay. But no one has been worried. They've been trying to start another pandemic. They tried with monkeypox. Did that shit work? Fuck ass no. Because we had just came out of COVID and all of the lies that they was telling us about COVID was starting to be revealed. So we wasn't about to fall for monkeypox. Bitch. What the fuck? They really try to play with us with that monkeypox shit. We're not falling for that. That's some bullshit. Ain't not one person that we know had monkeypox. And they try to say this shit was spreading. Oh, it's spreading. Be careful. Here's a monkeypox vaccine. Fool me once. Shame on you. Fool me twice. Shame on me. Fool me 3 times, bitch. I'm done. Okay? I'm just fucking stupid. Like, be for fucking real. Ain't no goddamn monkeypox. We haven't heard about monkeypox since February. It's fucking September. Okay, they tried that shit in the beginning of the year. It did not work. We was not buying it. We was la 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 la. We still gonna be outside, bitch. You got us fucked up. Okay, and it didn't work. Then they tried to come back with this other virus. A couple months later, there's another virus on the loose. Oh, with it's reports, and they always put it in Florida. It's reports in Florida. It's reports in California. You know, they always want to pick the major cities so that everybody can get fucking scared. But ain't nobody get scared. Wasn't nobody listening to that shit. Nobody gave a fuck. Nobody gave a fuck. Okay, so that shit disappeared. Ain't heard about that since. That other little virus. I don't even know what it was called. That's how much ain't nobody paying attention to it. We don't even know what the fuck it's called. Okay, so the only thing that they can do at this point is go back to COVID. Because that's the only thing that worked. That's the only thing that had people scared, right? A lot of people did pass away during that time, but it wasn't necessarily because of COVID. It was because of the treatment that they were receiving after they, quote unquote, was told that they had COVID. Okay. A lot of people also were just sick. I mean, people die. Hundreds of thousands of people die every year. Actually, millions of people die every year in the U.S. of natural causes, of causes from other people, of sicknesses, of whatever. People die every fucking day. So they were using all of those numbers of regular deaths and trying to make them seem that they were COVID deaths to perpetuate this fucking lie that everybody is dying from COVID. And that shit was capped, okay? So they like, okay, well, the only thing that was working was COVID. The only thing that actually had people scared was COVID. The only thing that, you know, people were actually believing was COVID. So we gonna bring COVID back out, okay? We just gonna bring COVID back. So now, all of these random spikes of COVID, while we're in the middle or while we're going into cold and flu season. So, of course, it's going to be spikes of quote-unquote COVID because people naturally get sick around this time. The weather is changing. Body temperatures are readjusting. Okay? Immune systems have to go into a whole nother department because it's cold. When it's hot, you don't have to worry about a lot of illnesses and viruses and things of that nature because heat kills bacteria. But when it's cold, it actually elongates the lifespan of those bacteria because it is cold. So it makes the environment more conducive for the shit to spread. That's why people get sick commonly in the cold seasons because the cold temperatures allow the germs to be spread. I mean, that's just fucking basic fucking science. Okay? It's just science, right? So instead of cold season, instead of flu season like we've been had for the last couple of 100 years, now we're moving into COVID seasons. Now there's COVID seasons, okay? And the whole point of this shit is to continue to get people jabbed up. That's the whole motherfucking point. It has nothing to do with these motherfucking colds. How many people that had COVID and they didn't survive the shit? They didn't die from fucking COVID. Come on now. These people was not dying from COVID. I know way too many people that had that shit. I know people who was vaccinated that had COVID. I know people who was unvaccinated that had COVID. Both of them motherfuckers still walking around and talking today. And for real, if we want to be frank, the people who are vaccinated are the ones who are actually passing away. The motherfuckers who had COVID and no vaccine in sight was the motherfuckers who was actually living. They got sick. The sickness went away and they kept going about their motherfucking business like they would do a cold, like they would do the flu. It was these vaccinated motherfuckers who we was planning funerals for. Let's keep it a buck. It wasn't the people who was unvaccinated. And even they had to come back and start to say the unvaccinated people are not the problem. It's the vaccinated people the problem. They were saying that shit back in 2021 when the information started coming out, when Pfizer and all of these other companies had to start finally dropping the risk of those motherfucking vaccines after they done vaccinated hundreds of thousands of people. Now they want to go ahead and drop the risk. Then they want to drop the motherfucking, you know, medical issues that could potentially occur had, you know, if you do take the vaccine. And these motherfuckers would have got boosted. So not only am I gonna get vaccinated, but then I'm gonna go throw some salt and pepper on that motherfucker and some seasoning with the booster shot. So the people who have been dropping like flies from these random heart attacks and strokes and all type of shit, they were vaccinated and boosted. Most of them were boosted. I ain't seen one unvaccinated person pass away from COVID yet. I haven't seen it. All the people who have passed away have been vaccinated. That's just that on that. I mean, it just is what it is. So I feel like these burgers may contain something that will induce sickness. That's my theory. You don't have to agree. You know, I always try to make a space for y'all to have y'all own opinions. You don't have to agree with me, but that is my theory. I feel like, you know, as we go into these colder months, it's going to get a little crazier when it comes to sicknesses and illness. I feel like a lot of these people who are eating this fast food or who are going to go get this 1 cent burger, 2 cent burger, whatever, I feel like a lot of them will fall ill as we start to get into the winter months. Especially, I feel like we're going to start seeing a lot of this around November and December. The actual effects of the illness. Okay. Now, someone said I wasn't vaccinated and almost died, but I had pneumonia on top of that. So yeah, again, pneumonia, a lot of people die from pneumonia from having a cold that are unvaccinated, right? If you research how many people die because the flu turns into pneumonia and they pass away, that's very common. Unfortunately, it's very common for people to get pneumonia and potentially pass away, because pneumonia is a very serious thing. A lot of people do pass away when they have pneumonia. So first of all, congratulations for making it out of that, because that's not easy. But that is very common. You know what I'm saying? That's a common occurrence. If you have pneumonia, you get pretty sick, right? You get pretty sick. Some people end up in ICU. Some people end up in comas, you know, from having just pneumonia, period. But I'm more talking about, you know, people who are unvaccinated, who it didn't turn into pneumonia or none of those things. They were just simply unvaccinated and they got what they call COVID. And nothing happened to them. I mean, they survived. They may have had a stuffy nose and couldn't taste for a couple days, but they didn't die. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you know. But I do feel like there's going to be something they are putting something in these burgers, you know, that will probably affect people around the next couple of months as we go into these colder months, the cold and flu season. And now COVID season, you know, it's definitely going to be spikes of sickness coming. You know, either that or, you know, it is the meat, whatever they're serving, whatever. It could also be, and this I just thought about this, so this is an exclusive thought, okay? Because the wheels in my brain are turning. They could be getting rid of some people. Now, we've been heard and read that some of these fast food places allegedly were serving human remains mixed up in their meats. Now, it is very, very convenient that, you know, we are in a time where a lot of these trafficking rings are being seized. Okay. a lot of these people that have been missing, you know, a lot of people on their ass trying to find these motherfuckers. What better way to get rid of some motherfuckers than to put them in a burger patty? I'm just saying, you know, I don't put nothing past these motherfuckers. But what if they giving y'all 1 cent, a 1 cent burger, and you eating Jamal? You might be eating Cody. What the hell? You might be eating. I'm just saying, I've been told y'all stop eating McDonald's burgers. Because they've been told us that it was fetuses, allegedly, in some of them burgers. Okay, I've been told y'all about that. Been told y'all that. And back in 2020, I told y'all that shit. Okay? Baby, they don't never like when I tell the truth. They always want to fuck with my laptops and computers and shit. I don't give a damn. That ain't gonna stop me from talking. But yeah, I've been told y'all that shit. Okay? So yeah, that could be another thing, because this is my thing. Why would they want to give y'all a burger for 1 cent? You know, and I hear a lot of people that's like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Why would they wait to, you know, whatever. They've been, you know, whatever. Yeah, they have, but why the fuck would they want to give y'all something for 1 cent? Y'all gotta know, this world, nothing in this world is free. 1 cent is free. So why the fuck would they be wanting to pass out 1 cent burgers? And we're talking about a huge multi-trillion-dollar big company like McDonald's. You think they're gonna give away free stuff? That's gonna fuck up their money. They taking a whole pay cut to give you a free burger? Come on, y'all gotta think a little deeper than that. See, my whole thing is question everything. I tell y'all all the time, question everything and believe nothing firsthand. Okay? I don't believe nothing for face value. I'm gonna always do some research and have my own questions and let my intuition lead the way. Because these motherfuckers be playing in our motherfucking face. They don't never want to give us nothing for free. So why the fuck do they want to give you a 1 cent burger? Okay? Somebody said for the families that can't afford to eat and the homeless. Baby, no. Baby, no. No. They do not give a fuck about your family being homeless. Let me just tell you, they could give a fuck. This is America. Are you living in the same USA we living in? If they gave a fuck about the homeless, come on. They damn near won't even let our kids eat school lunch for fucking free. What the fuck? Be for real. They barely want to give our kids free lunch at school. So now they want to give you a 1 cent burger because you may be homeless? Baby, no. That's cap. Okay? That's cap. Now, if you want to believe that, feel free. Okay? I can't make anybody believe anything. But I will let you know that ain't it. That's cap. These motherfuckers ain't never gave a shit about you. Okay? And if we talking about homeless, they created homelessness. So why would they give a fuck about something that they fucking did on purpose? McDonald's owns so many things that y'all don't even know that they own. Okay? McDonald's is intertwined in so many different areas of stuff that you have no idea. They're not just intertwined in the food industry. These motherfuckers own homes and other major companies and all type of shit. These motherfuckers, McDonald's, the corporation, owns other companies and businesses and other things that have nothing to do with food. They are a part of the pharmaceutical industry. Go down the rabbit hole of McDonald's and then come back and tell me if you think they give a fuck about you being homeless. Okay? Go look into McDonald's and let me know. Let me know. Just do the research. That's what I tell y'all. Research. It's so easy to say, I think I feel. That's easy. But we gotta, mix our thoughts and feelings with the facts. Okay? Go research these motherfuckers that you buying food from. Okay? Also, Bill Gates, like I told y'all, he got his whole own food plant. Okay? His brand is Apeel. Apeel. That's his produce brand. Okay? Don't buy none of that motherfucking shit. That produce that got that, it's a APEEL and it got the little swoosh around it. Don't you buy that shit. I talked about on the last Topic Tuesdays how the watermelons was exploding and people buying fake chicken and beef and shit. Listen. Okay? Listen. Now, I ain't one of those people that's like, oh, everybody need to go vegan. Everybody need to eat, grass and leaves. I'm not one of those motherfuckers. Okay? But what I will say is you do need to be careful of what you're putting into your motherfucking body. On a health level and on an energetic level. Y'all can't keep claiming to be energetic beings and spiritual beings and then ignore the energy you're putting into your vessel. That makes no fucking sense. That makes no fucking sense. And I don't care. You can call me whatever you want to call me and whatever. I done been called worse. But it doesn't make sense to me that you're calling yourself an energetic being and then you're paying no attention to the energy that you actually intake on a physical level, on a spiritual level, on a mental level, on an emotional level. Energy is in every fucking thing. People, places, and things. It exists in all of that. So when we're talking about we watching our energy and we serious about energy and I don't play about my energy, then you also need to take into account your food because that's energy. How the fuck do you fuel your body? How does the body get fuel? Through the food that you eat, which also increases the electricity in your body, which is your energy. We get our energy from the food. It's like saying, okay, I got this phone, but no fucking charger. You gotta charge the motherfucking phone. Okay? And you are the phone. You gotta charge that motherfucker. What charges you? The sun and the food you put in your body. That's your charge. That motherfucking sun and the shit that you eat. So take it. I mean, by all means, you can eat whatever the fuck you want. If you want to go buy $5 worth of 1-cent burgers, you go do that. Okay? But let's not try to act like that shit is okay or that shit is normal or it's not going to have any type of energetic effect on your body because that's cap. If you want to go live in La La Land and do what you want, do what you want. But don't try to act like you doing what you want means that it's law. It's not. Okay? And y'all be the fuck burnt. Y'all literally live to eat. Some of y'all have an addiction to food. And when people have an addiction, they will make any and every excuse that they need to in order to still do whatever they are addicted to. You ever met a crackhead? Try to convince a crackhead that crack is whack. They're going to give you every motherfucking excuse in a book. Come on now. And that's how some of y'all are with food. Y'all think that addictions are only drugs or alcohol or people or things of that nature. No, babe, you can be addicted to anything. Anything. And some of y'all have a food addiction. And it's not your fault because they literally tell you that they put additives in your food. They're telling you that they putting things in your food to make you addicted to the fucking food. So I tell y'all all the time, it's not your fault that you got there, but it is your fault if you stay there. Okay, so hopefully y'all got something from these topics. Of course, if y'all have any other topics y'all want me to cover for next week, feel free to send them to me. Or if you have anything for the Wisdom Wednesdays, is when we do our more high vibrational spiritual topics, and then our Think Tank Thursdays are when we get into our controversial topics. So definitely tune in tomorrow because tomorrow for our Wisdom Wednesdays, we're going to be talking about intuition, how to trust your intuition, how to identify your intuition, how to follow your intuition, things of that nature. We're going to get into that tomorrow. And then for our Think Tank Thursdays, I have a couple topics that I'm trying to decide on which one I want to do. But if y'all have any suggestions, definitely feel free to send them to me. But definitely tune in for that as well. Again, if you missed the message Mondays yesterday, we did go in and do messages for this upcoming week. We also went through all of the signs at the end of the live as well, so that there can be a message for each sign. So definitely go and check that out. All of my readings are timeless, so whenever you see them, that is when it is for you to see. I am also doing a 8-card reading special for what is currently holding me back. That is the special topic for this week. If you are interested, you can contact me via email, which is going across the screen at the bottom. You can also shoot me a message either to my Instagram DM, my Facebook DM, or my TikTok DM, whichever social page you follow me on. You can send me a DM to that. I will respond. My website is currently down, so no sessions or things can be booked on my website. I am rebranding my website, so it's going to be down for a while. So the best way to contact me is via DM or my email that is here at the bottom. If you do want to send a tip or donation, that is also located right here. And somebody asked me, is there a power outage on October 5th? So I don't think that there's a power outage. I think what they're doing, they're supposed to be doing some type of testing, phone testing or something that day, if I'm not mistaken. I can get more information on that probably on Thursday. Let me add a note to my little book. So I haven't finished my research. Yes, it's October 4th. I haven't finished my research on that yet. There's still certain things that I'm trying to research. I don't never come to y'all with half-ass information. I like to be comfortable enough with the topic before I bring it to y'all. So there's a couple more things that I want to Spirit has been kind of keeping me kind of quiet about that for a little bit, because of course I'm waiting for more information, and again, I don't move without my intuition. So yeah, I'm gonna give more information on that hopefully Thursday. I should have enough by then to give y'all something. If not, then just research for yourself. Okay, don't get too comfortable relying on me and my opinions or my views on things. I really try to use my platform to incite thought. If anything, I just want y'all to think, right? You don't have to necessarily believe what I'm saying or listen to everything I'm saying or take everything that I'm saying as truth or as law. But I do want to, procreate thought. Okay, I want you guys to be motherfucking thinking and using this motherfucker in its full capacity. Okay. So yeah, I'll come back with information on that if I am, if I do have enough information for that. All of my lives are between 12 noon and 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So anytime in between there. If you are watching me from YouTube, definitely make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on your notifications so you know when I go live. If you're watching me from Facebook, make sure that you're following me. Also share this video with anyone who you think can use these messages or can relate to any of these topics, or anything of that nature. And again, I'll be back on here on Tuesday. I do also have other reading topics that I'm doing as well. If you guys are not interested in the special, I do have other topics that you can choose from if you are interested. Also, my 4-week and 2-week mentorship is back. So if you are interested in being mentored, if you need help with shadow work and healing and all of the basics and fundamentals of spirituality, definitely reach out. I do have payment plans, and I do have special prices for the recession. Okay. So definitely reach out if you need the help. Do not suffer in silence. Okay. Don't do that, because there are people who want to help you. Even if it's not me, go get a therapist or go talk to somebody and get the assistance that you need. Okay. Because we're moving into a place where you need to be healed, or you need to be working on your healing so that you can see what is going on around you clearly. A lot of y'all don't understand that your healing is directly connected to the way that you see and you view the world around you. So a lot of y'all trying to figure out why everybody has a certain way of thinking and that are spiritual, and you the only one over here sitting in the corner not understanding what the fuck they talking about. It's probably because you have trauma blockages. Okay. And that trauma is blocking you from seeing clearly and being open to more possibilities than what you were taught. Okay, so light and love. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Tuesday. Please be safe. Make sure that you tune in tomorrow for our Wisdom Wednesdays. And as always, I will see y'all tomorrow. Peace.